Today on the channel, we take a trip to WrestleMania 8 for a double dose of Macho Man Randy Savage from the Grapplers and Gimmicks line.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Grapplers and Gimmicks unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we're headed back to WrestleMania 8 for the Macho Man Randy Savage ×2. But of course, for all your Macho Man needs and a whole lot more, hit up grapplersandgimmicks.com. Tell them Kyle sent you. And of course, that's where you're getting these guys. Of course, all these Grapplers and Gimmicks figures from grapplersandgimmicks.com. But of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage, no stranger to the wrestling action figures, no stranger to WrestleMania 8, but we do get a double dose here in this unboxing, as we got him in his gear reward of the ring. Then we have him in his wrestling gear. So pretty cool there. And of course, getting the most out of your molds. We do know there is another yin and yang. Of course, you get the Cheap Trick inspired Macho Man Randy Savage in the black and white coming from Grapplers and Gimmicks as well. So can't wait to get that one here at the table sooner rather than later. But of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start with the entrance gear version first. I think that makes a lot of sense. And we'll work our way to the wrestling gear version. But there he is, the old Macho Man Randy Savage riding again. Of course, a lot of Macho Man wrestling figure content over the last year or so. Done from Mattel, though. A lot of people hoping he goes back to Mattel. I truly think he will once all these third parties kind of dry up for him. I think that's when he'll dance his way back to Mattel, but we'll see what ends up happening there. But looking very good here, of course, very much a throwback to the figure of the Hasbro days. This whole line is, as we've said before on the channel. But it reminds you of the cowboy hat Macho. We'll compare that one here later in this video right here. Grapplers and Gimmicks logo looking good. Very Hasbro-esque style packaging. You know I'm here for that. Even a little Hasbro-esque graphic there. Does say with pomp and circumstance crunch. Oh, I love that idea. Glamour shot of the Macho Man as well, looking very good. On the back, kind of that black and white design, a throwback to the old days, of course. When I do think of the retro style figures, the Hasbro style, this one feels the most Hasbro-esque to me. I've said that before as well. Where you got Zombie and KWK kind of taking it to the next evolution level. I see that a lot. And then you got Mattel kind of dancing in that area, but also not dancing in the area at the same time. Very weird with Mattel's retro line. And very inconsistent. We don't get a ton of figures traditionally from Mattel. We get a couple of box sets a year, maybe a ringside exclusive here and there, and that's about it. Where Grapplers and Gimmicks keep turning and burning, turning and burning. We got a lot of figures to come, still possibly this year, and then, of course, deep into 2025. So stay tuned to all that here on this channel, and, of course, grapplersandgimmicks.com as well. But I'm going to get them off the card. It always pains me to take these figures off the card, but it must be done for science. Of course, we know that. We're scientists here on the channel. No different than a young Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy, or even, dare I say, a Beekman in his world. But man, oh man, nobody will ever say these things fell off the card ever again. Dare I say they're stuck on the card too much here. That's what I'm going to say, I guess. Better too much than too little, but oh, I hate to damage the backing sheet because I want to kind of save all this stuff. Oh, I'm trying my hardest, but I got it right there. See you later, goodbye. And let's dive into the old Macho Man. And no doubt about it, you see this, you know it is the Macho Man. The black and gold attack. Is he an Iowa Hawkeyes fan? I don't know what he's up to here. But looking good here in the gear. Of course, you got the glasses on the face. Got the big old cowboy hat looking good. You got kind of the, almost looks like a bunch of pennies on his hat. Obviously, gold coins, I guess you could say. But looking good there, big cowboy hat. Got the long hair, got the smiling white teeth looking good. It's the Macho Man. He's excited. He thinks he might win that championship against Ric Flair. Always believe, Macho Man. Got the pointing finger right there. Going to do some of that. Got a fist of fury all taped up in case things get extra physical, of course. You got the fringe down here on the coat looking very good. Very Hasbro-esque on that one there. black on the sleeves, on the inside gold on the outside, and then the black and gold attack taking flight throughout the figure, as we know. A little bit of that pattern there on the trunks and down onto the tights there. Some of the fringe on the boots as well. Black and gold attack running strong throughout. Arm all the way around for us, head back and forth, waist back and forth. And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, folks. Looking very nice, though. Looking very nice. But just like the old cowboy hat Macho Man of the old days, whenever you put it like this or the arms like this, it just looks so strange because that's very unnatural, as we all imagine and know. But definitely one that you're going to display them. You're going to display them just like this is what you're going to do, and that's what I'm going to do as well. On the bottom, Hastel Toy 2024, made in China. No Vietnam stuff here, I guess. We'll see what happens in the future there. But looking good. I like the Macho Man. I like how this one feels. I should mention, of course, there's no action features of the old Hasbros with these either. But feels good, has a nice weight to it, a good quality to it. And then, of course, there he is, the old Macho Man Hasbro from way back when, giving you feels of the olden days there. And I like that he made it different. Similar, obviously, they're both Macho Man, but very different style figures between these two. But very, very fun. Very fun to get this one here. And very fun to get a second one. Very cool. If you're a Macho Man fan, you're loving this. We get Macho Man in his ring gear here. Now, there's a lot of reuse between these two, as you'd imagine, but also some differences here. But there it is. Very similar style card, of course. Grapplers Gimmicks logo. Image of the Macho Man figure itself. And then, of course, Grapplers Gimmicks logo down here. It does say, with elbow smash. Then on the back, got the usual suspects going on down there. Got the cross sell down here as well. Can't wait for that old Birdman Coco wear. Got Randy Savage, Downtown Bruno, and the British Bulldog 1997. But looking good back here. But now I'm going to get him off the package as well. Hopefully not tearing this card up, but I think it's just unfortunate. You got to tear these cards up, unfortunately, to get them out of the package. But I'm trying my best here. Trying my best. I'm doing my best. There we go. Got this one a little bit better than the last one, that's for sure. Get that off, and oh, look at that. Truly a professional now. See you later. Goodbye. All right, Macho Man out of the package here. Once again, feels like Macho Man. The head sculpts looking very similar. Obviously, no glasses, no cowboy hat with this one, making these different between the two here. A little thicker head, a little longer head on this one. So there is some head differences between the two. You do got the Fist of Fury. Looks to be the exact same fist going on there. Obviously, the arms are going to be different. But the bottom, the lower half, identical between the two. But that does make sense. That's how this gear was. So it'd be the same lower half body, getting the most out of your molds. The chest, of course, and the arms being the big difference between these, and the head sculpt as well. But looking good. You've got that pattern. Kind of I always thought of it like as an Aztec-style pattern. I don't even know if that's correct. But that's it. In my brain, it always was. You got some of that on the back of the shirt as well. But looking very, very good. It's really cool to get the yin and yang. Here he is on his way to the ring. Here he is against Ric Flair. I like that idea. And of course, we're getting basically these same figures re-released in the checkered gear in the future. And like I said, stay tuned for that. We'll unbox those on the channel as well. But articulation can be pretty much identical between the two. Arm all the way around, arm all the way around, head back and forth, waist back and forth. And that's really all she wrote there. That's all she wrote as far as the Macho Man does go. But looking good, all things considered here for the old Macho Man Randy Savage. Got the little slits in the side of the shirt as well. Even got the fringe down here on the side. So really looking good. I like these Macho Man figures. Obviously, I'm a Warrior guy, so Macho Man and Hogan, not to the top of the list like the Warrior is for me. But definitely respect Macho Man, a big part of my childhood. Whether he's an announcer or a wrestler, whatever he was up to, maybe even snapping into a Slim Jim. I was here for it. I was paying attention, just like I'm paying attention to these Grapplers and Gimmicks figures. Bring on the next round of Macho Man, and I wouldn't be shocked if we get more Macho Man in the future, of course, from Grapplers and Gimmicks, and probably some other retro lines before things is all said and done. But I do truly feel one day he will go back to Mattel. So we'll see what happens when that day finally does come. But there it is, Grapplers and Gimmicks Macho Man. Any thoughts on this one from you guys? Pickups, passes? Would you rather have the black and white edition? Let me know your thoughts on the Macho Man in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Appreciate all the support over there. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads. And on Instagram. And, of course, now on TikTok. So, of course, for the Macho Man Randy Savage, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.